Public domain at the moment, and the interview that he did with the public broadcaster, specifically saying it's not the Mbalula National Congress. Just how do you respond to some of that has come out in the past 24 hours?
Well, we have made our position very clear, and the position which you, as the media, asked, the status of Brian Mogotsi, we have clarified that. And we are fully aware that most of the things that are alleged he would have been involved in would have been carried in the period that he was a member. But from a point of membership, he's not a member of the ANC. His membership have lapsed. Brian Mogotsi is an associate of leaders. These people, there are many of his characters, like we said, in the organization. What the ANC have witnessed in the recent past, even as early as 1996, is that they seek to defame my character, do stand, and he's got facts about that. I'll deal with that. But from a point of him contesting membership, it's clear that you are talking about somebody who completely does not understand the ANC. And at the same time is in a wrong space. He's just been affirmed by factions in the movement. His association is not with the party. It's with certain leaders and certain factions. He doesn't understand the organ, the African National Congress. And his claim to fame is that he grew up in the street in Mahikeng, where the General Secretary of the ANC was born or lived in Mahikeng. And that is his understanding, narrow understanding of the party. The party, the ANC, operates guided by its constitution. He must admit that I'm not a member. And for him to come back to claim to be a member, there are certain things he must. But his behavior and the things he's alleged to have done, he will find it very difficult to be acceptable in our ranks. And we don't need to take him to court like Zuma, because Zuma was a member of the ANC. We don't have to go up and down with him. He's not a member. He says those things the way he does them as an independent South African who happened at some point to have been a member of the ANC, of which he's not. We have never denied that at some point he belonged to the structures, he was a member, his membership has actually lapsed. That's what we clarified. He's not a member of the ANC. And the ANC membership and everybody else must never pride itself of us like those in the organization. We will defend the ANC against individuals who masquerade as members and who do things that are who claim control over state power, police officers, control over every other thing. We don't have super members. Members of the ANC respect the organization. And the only people who will celebrate Brian Mogotsi are of his kind. Genuine members of the ANC will never celebrate that kind of a person. They know that that is an ANC, and therefore, if he was our member, we will show him the door. But fortunately, he have actually, through our own processes of membership, actually found himself outside the organization. So as we speak, he's not a member. And therefore, he's got no authority to speak about even fundraising money for the ANC and all of that. Yes, his own shenanigans and his own relationship with Cat and all of that, those are his things. He cannot drag the ANC into that. We don't belong there. It's not part and parcel of us, and that is it. So the chapter of him and his membership, the only person in the ANC constitution who account about membership, it's me, as the Secretary General. Who is Brian Mogotsi to claim membership of the ANC when I'm telling him that he's not a member? And he says that he's a member. You can believe him as far as you can. The ANC statutes and constitution are clear that the Secretary General you pass here about your membership. I account to the National Executive Committee, to conference, to the officials and everybody else. And I have done the work and with my branch in Northwest, with the province. The guy is not a member. So who else is going to impose him or herself to the organization? There's nobody. He's not a member. And we've got no business of taking him anywhere because he's not a member of the ANC. And that is it. He's an associate. You know, he's a hangers-on. So hangers-on of leaders. In the story tse tsa bo generations ki kapela monna wa di leader. Thank you very much.
Just in terms of the personal things that he has said about you, will you be taking action? How do you respond to
Of course, it's obvious. There's nothing I can say to you about the things he have said, which are false. So my lawyers are busy with him in terms of defamatory action. He will have to prove in court. I don't have any other recourse. How do you deal with a thug which deviate from the real issue? The real issue is about his membership, which he does not have, of the ANC that he has actually expired. So he decided to draw me into thuggery. I'm not going to do that. I will deal with him through the courts, which is permissible in our country. He must then come to court and prove all those things he has talked about in a court of law, where a competent court of law will listen to both my side and his side about the allegations that he's making about. He did not even say allegations. He stated them as fact. So where have they been tested? Those particular issues that he's talking about, newspapers and all of that. You can't take what is written about somebody and then to become a bloodbath, you know, of unemployment and all of that, industries withdrawing from our country and so on. Who will suffer is ordinary South Africans, not AfriForum. That's what they are for. That's what they've actually been perpetuating. So I'm not going to argue with that process. I've explained through the statement I've actually made that this matter have been ventilated, tested everywhere else, and then it was dealt with without my involvement. So they are running a trial through the media. Hey, Mbalula did this, Mbalula did that, did this, did that. How is it going to help? Is the media the court? No, it's not. So if ever there's anything I will not respond to, is to be tried by the media. And that is what is not even permissible in terms of our jurisprudence in our country.
Thanks.
Out of that commission, we must ensure that we stand by the truth. And over and above that, the decisions and the recommendations of the commission are implemented. It is important for the country, like I said, that the allegations that were made are huge and have got huge implications for the rule of law in South Africa. And the president has taken a right decision, and we all support it. And all of us, we support that decision for the establishment, joining millions of South Africans with great expectation that whatever that will come out of that, it will help us deal with the enmity of the issues that would have been raised by this particular process.